everybody. So this is my homestead. I just want to show you how I'm doing a couple things. As you can see, it has a wooden frame, and what I'm doing is removing the wood and using that wood for the roofing and putting in adobe bricks that I'm hand making. And so this is kind of what it looks like as soon as you lay them, and then I add another layer of clay on top of that, and then what I'll do is come in and smooth it all out and add a nice texture to it, and you'll see as we go inside what that last step will look like. All right, so we enter the house, and I'm building a nice adobe wall here. This one is also smoother. It gets gradually smoother. You can see that first, second, and then this is kind of the third stage of the adobe brick walls. And this is just a hallway. I keep some of my pickled vegetables that I've made and my dehydrated foods, and also some of the meat that I've dried and turned into jerky using curing salt and rosemary. Lots of different things. That's what I keep down here. This is the adobe brick house. This is what the entire outside of the house will look like. You can see how smooth it is. Here, this is the chimney area, which my chickens took over, and now it's like the egg laying area. So yeah, and so we can go ahead and go in the adobe house if you want to check this out. I got some artwork in here, and I've got just a little place to lay down. I've got another chimney in here. If you want to come in, you can actually see the grill that I built with metal rebar. If you want to film on the inside there, you can see how I did that. And that's a good method for, putting in a grill, putting in walls, windows, door frames, just using metal rebar and then shaping the bricks around it. And then it's got a wooden roof, and then I'll put bricks on top of the wood. For now, I just have a tarp on top of the wood, and I'm sealing it with mud just to prevent any insects from coming in, and also to keep it climate controlled. And then it has a concrete foundation, and I just added some nice, like some paint on top of that. And I'm still in the process of smoothing out the inside walls, but the outside walls are pretty much done. So, and that's probably like 1,000 or more bricks that I use to build that as well. And so again, you can put firewood down there, put you a pot up here. You just heat up some water or whatever. Unfortunately, my chickens, again, they took it over. So right now it's just a nice little chicken coop. And they love it. They just come in here and snuggle up, and that's where they hang out. And then this is where a lot of my animals hang out. They're all over on the barn side, but they hang out in here. I've got some baby guinea and my bunnies in here. I'm building a shower there. This is an off-grid shower here that you can hang. Yeah, and then it's got a stone floor there. And I did purchase some garden stones and some bricks because I really want that to be able to get wet a lot and not degrade at all. So yeah. Shh, bud. And here I'm just using landscape fabric and chicken wire for the, kind of for the frame, and I'm putting the bricks on, and then I just remove that as the brick wall gets higher and laying bricks on the floor. And then you can add dye to the adobe mixture, and that's what I have sitting here. I use all my gray water from washing dishes, and then I'm digging out the floor using the clay. And then the extra rabbit, like the straw from the rabbit cage or whatever, I use that. And I just let the clay sit in here with the water. And I'm just using like old ice cream containers, recycled ice cream containers.
Okay.
Yep. And then so that side is going to be the barn. I'll show you that in a minute. Again, on this side, I'm bricking up the flooring and the walls, and then I'm removing the wood and using that for the roof. So you can just kind of see like the process. is I've used mud to seal in the wood, and then I'm pulling the wood off and reusing that. But this is good again for climate control. It also fireproofs, you know, it's good for fireproofing if you cover the wood in mud and clay. And you can paint on top of it, you know, just to make it look nice. Even though it's temporary, this will be completely covered in bricks, and it'll be a brick wall. So you can see the wall is down there starting. This is where I make bricks. It's just a, you know, a pretty inexpensive grill from like Walmart or somewhere. And here's some of the fresh made bricks there as well. And if you're doing it in this fashion where your brick wall is going to be covered, then you don't even have to wait until it's fully dry, because you can lay the half dried bricks. That's why they're kind of light colored and some are kind of darker, is because the darker ones have been cooked longer. But that has really helped speed up the process with my building, is that I was like, whoa, well, there's a roof on top of it, and it's waterproof, so I can go ahead and use these bricks as long as they're solid, and just go ahead and lay them, and then they'll dry you know, pretty quickly. And that's really helped a lot, because I was making them outside. I've tried so many methods, like drying them in the sun. I dug a 4-foot hole outside and had lined it with bricks, and then was firing them inside the in-ground like kiln. But this is really the fastest way if you're building a house, to build a wooden frame around it, and then to build the adobe house on the inside. Because you don't have to wait until they're all the way dry. So bricks, because the wood was not as good at insulating the in-ground refrigerator. So the bricks will, so it'll have another layer of bricks that I'm going to build up there, and then it'll have the flooring around it, and it'll be really nice. So all this wood you won't see here. It's temporary, but it's good for when you first get here, and also for keeping your bricks dry, and really expediting that process. So here, this is where I've also used the metal rebar technique, but for the windows, I think what I did was I just used some old tent poles and just disconnected them. If you have a tent, usually there's a metal wire that runs through. I just cut that metal wire and put them on top of the bricks, and then just add a little layer of really thick mud and sat the bricks on top. And then I slowly built up the wall, and then just smoothed it down with my hands with a hand brush. So that technique you saw in there of cross hatching the metal rebar is pretty much the same, except for I just lay them parallel this way for a window, and you would do the same thing for a door frame as well. And you can see here the wood. Another question I had when I was building with Adobe is how to do things like build the door frames and stuff. And there's different options, but I wanted to know how to bind wood to the bricks. And you just use clay. So you see how there's no cracks, everything's smooth. And I just bound that wood to the clay, and it's fine. It's covered, it's dry. And this has worked great for me. So that was a major question I had, and I couldn't seem to find an answer for it. So and also, I don't have a TV. I haven't watched television every year, but I just kind of sit over my fire. I read books. I wrote like messages about, you know, endurance, perseverance, having grace. Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Just focusing on His life and the things that I learned in the Holy Bible. Somebody got me a Bible when I first moved out here, and that's really impacted my life in a positive way. So I just kind of sit and focus on these things over the fire. Integrity, courage, things of that nature. So yeah, so that's my process there. Cool. All right, I'm gonna change, and then we can go get some grass. So in this cage, I have my baby guinea, and I have baby turkeys and my bunnies. I will put in the baby birds with the rabbits. They get along exceptionally well. They're just about big enough that they can go ahead and come out of the cage. Especially the guinea, they can actually fly. So you want to have them in a coop or something when you first get them. They're exceptional birds. They can live up to, 17, 18 years. They're guinea fowl from Africa. And so if you live in the desert or the high desert, they're a great animal to have because they can endure high temperatures. And they also are good hunters for insects as well. And then I have what's called turkins, which are, they look like turkeys and chickens mixed together, which is really cool, but genetically they are still chickens. So you don't need to do anything special for breeding them. The rabbits, they are really, really awesome. They are very sweet. Um, and then I have the little bottle here, and you'll notice a yellow tint to it. It's because I add turmeric to their water, and that's a great antibiotic, antifungal, antimicrobial. Bunnies have really sensitive eyes, and they can get infections in their eye ducts and stuff. So I want to make sure that I prevent anything like that from happening for my rabbits. The baby birds eat something called chick starter, and it does have like a mild antibiotic in it. But this way they stay healthy. Turmeric is really great for a wide variety of my animals. My dog's been taking it. I've been taking it. You can use it topically and internally as well. If one of your animals gets hurt, I'll just make a salve using turmeric and coconut oil, or turmeric and neosporin. But yeah, so these are my my baby rabbits, my baby guinea, and my baby turkins that are in here. So these are the turkins. They're also called naked neck chickens. You can see. I'll take one out. Hey, baby token. So they have a bald neck here, as you can see, and they have a bald chest. Hey, baby token. And every day or every other day, I try to take the baby birds out and just hold them so that they get used to being held, especially the guinea too, since they fly. You want to make sure that they don't escape, or if they do, it's easy to get them. Okay, baby token. Okay, baby. Oh, I'm sorry. So we're still learning, and you'll see the difference in the babies, and then when I hold the adult animals, how well socialized they are, just with being held all the time. And then I just keep my food up here in recycled bottles. Like I use coffee containers, ice cream containers, old lunch meat containers. Just keep a label on stuff to show how I'm doing on the feed. I'm kind of low on feed, so anybody out there want to donate, appreciate it. I do free range for my animals that are too small. I go out and forage for them. Just uh, a lot of times I'll take the smaller ones out and see what they like when they're out foraging, and just have one-on-one time with them. And as they grow, and then they can have more time out there and forage. But for these little guys, they'll be in the cage for a couple more weeks. And again, I'm building this room, and this will be the room for the guineas and the turkins. And my other animals, they come over here and hang out all the time. So just kind of having a sealed in space for them, especially the animals that fly. And then taking them out one at a time to get them used to being outside again, especially those guinea, because you don't want them to fly away, because they can fly at a very young age. Just after, like within the first week, they were already flying. The turkins and the chickens, not so much. But yeah. This is another section of the house I'm currently building. It's pretty much like a barn. Some of it's already adobe. You can see there I'm building it up. Unfortunately, the turkeys and the birds, they like to scratch at the bricks a lot. So that's why having a nice coating on the outside is cool. I also just left this little cedar tree in here. They really enjoy it, and they perch up on the poles I have. And then as you can see down here, I'm building the walls up. And I just cut fresh hay and grass and put it in here. And then they all eat together. You can see I have my dogs, my chickens, my turkeys. Everybody hangs out. I've got a little water bottle for them. And these are called black Spanish turkeys. This is an endangered breed of turkeys. These are heritage birds. So as for breeding, you don't have to do anything special. They'll breed normally. They endure really high temperatures. They're originally from Mexico and were taken to Spain. So just, they do stay small. Like this small bird is the same size as my, or same age as my 50-pound bird. So you have to take care of them when they're real small. But again, they're great for high temperatures, for the desert. And they can breed without any help. They're also exceptional hunters. I know. This one's name is Burger, and my other one is Patty. So yeah, Burger and Patty. And then this is Peleg and Rio. So again, you can see the size difference. I'm sorry, baby. So they're both the same age. These two are girls. Now this one is a broad-breasted bronze turkey. So this is the next largest turkey next to the giant white turkey here. And this is the girl, and I'll show you the boy. So this is my prize egg layer, Angel. She is a golden pullet. If you can get a pullet, they lay some of the most eggs per year. She can lay 320, 330 eggs per year. She hardly ever takes a break. Her eggs are huge. She's one of my smaller birds, and she lays the largest eggs. They're also very sweet animals. Let's see if she'll let me do it to her. So see, very sweet animals. I can lay her on her back. Hey, baby angel. Just incredibly sweet animals. So if you can get a pullet, if you see them, get them. Because they're just exceptional with their temperament, and they're great hunters. And then let me see if I can get my giant broad-breasted bronze turkey. Hey, baby turkey. So this is a broad-breasted bronze turkey here. They're very sweet birds. He's pretty much almost 50 pounds. They're very, very sweet. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. You don't want to be held right now. Well, hold on. Hey, baby turkey. I'm going to give him something to eat here in a minute. Give him a snack. Hey, baby turkey. So for his size, he's probably one of the sweetest birds you can get. I don't ever have behavioral problems with him. I can pick him up. He's really heavy, but just a sweet animal. But the only thing is they don't like really high temperatures. But he got through, we had 120 degrees for 3 weeks, and he's not supposed to be over 80 degrees, and he did great. But just the only thing is, I think because of their large size, they need help breeding is what I'm reading about. But we'll see. We'll just give them a great environment, lots of love, good food, and I also let them have their own space. So I'll let the couple of each of these animals have alone time over there. All right, baby, I'll put you down. I'm sorry. Good job, baby turkey. I let them have alone time, and I noticed when I did that, they started doing their little mating dance and lifting their tail feathers, and they were really happy. So we let them all get along in one area, and then just let them over there. And then I just keep the door open sometimes, but that way maybe it'll promote their breeding. I'm new to it, so we'll see how the animal husbandry goes. And then I'll show you this one last bird. This is great. She gets lots of baths, and she's the one that lets me paint her fingernails. She's a lavender Orpington, another great bird. But this is actually the top of the pecking order. This small bird scares the other animals. Hey, baby Grape! Hey, pretty girl! Where's my good girl? This is my little cat chicken. She's like a cat. She is such an awesome bird. Hey, baby. I love her so much. She's just such a well-behaved bird. I don't know if anybody out there used to watch the show Inspector Gadget, but there was the bad guy was Mr. Claw, and he would sit there with his big kind of chunky gray cat. And she kind of reminds me of that cat because she's like really sweet to me, and she is my best bud, and she'll come hang out in the living room, and I don't really let the other animals in there, but she just insists that she's going to be in there. But she runs the house. Like, she's so small, but that big turkey is scared of her. So she's kind of like the sweet kid to the adults, but that's mean to other kids kind of thing. But she's a lavender Orpington. I'd really like to get a little buddy for her, like a lavender Orpington rooster. That's another goal I have in the future, so that we can breed her, because she's just exceptional. Another phenomenal egg layer. She lays smaller eggs, but she's a consistent layer, and they're really cute little pink eggs. So here's Grape. Hey, baby. Oh, let's put her on my shoulder. Let's see if she'll. This is my best bud. Hey, baby Grape. Before they'll run after the fruit. How about this? Can you grab it like that? I get a little scared of her. I don't have, none of them are aggressive, but she's kind of close in size to the boy, the small boy. She's bigger than him still. So they're kind of in a fight for the pecking order, I guess. But yeah, these are my critters, and thank you for joining, and appreciate all your support. If you ever want to donate, the things that we need the most are chick starter, chicken feed, and dog food, and any type of fresh fruits and vegetables or dehydrated stuff, or water, things of that nature. Just basic stuff like that, especially for the animals, is great. I appreciate everything, and you guys stay blessed. And last thing I'll say is just thank God for me becoming a property owner and having this opportunity. It's been a lifelong dream, and I'm just really excited to finally be able to do this, and I'm really blessed. Through any hardship I have, it's always just a learning experience, and just have perseverance. And if all your plants die, just replant them. If coyote gets one of your chickens, just build a stronger fence, have supervised free range time. Just get around any obstacle you face. You can do it. It's worth it. All right, God bless. Bye, guys.